Yo, this is Terrell, D-Line Hall of Fame. This is Bully Rants, and excuse me if I get attacked by a fly or two. It's a hot day out here in Florida. But this rant right here is simply about knowing what to believe in, basically. A lot of times I've seen, especially lately, that we have this thing where we have these new breeders that come in and they're more about attacking the guys who've actually put in some footwork, calling everybody old and has-beens. The dogs are old and has-beens. And the biggest problem is you don't have to like the style of dogs that people have, but at least come to the table with some knowledge. You know, I've seen everything from people talking about putting game dogs in the breed, to breeding dogs on their first heats, to just a bunch of unethical things. Taking people's names off of papers, promoting these things. And it's not to say that you have to be a bully guy because you've been around a long time. Because trust me, I know guys who've been around a long time who don't know much about the breed. But the thing is you know, understand who you're talking to. Don't take everything as a gospel because a person has a bunch of likes. Because trust me, you can go on Facebook and pay for those. What you have to do is you have to investigate. Ask breeders and these guys who talk a lot, show me your productions. You know, ask them scientific questions about, well, how does the hips work? What is the effects if a dog has bad hips? What are the effects if a dog has bad elbows? What are the effects of the bite? How frequent is it that the bite is corrected, whether it's upper jaw or lower jaw? Ask some deep questions about the dogs that you see way back on the pedigree. How did this blood come to this? What's the sizes of these dogs? What are the dogs like? And I know I'm throwing out a lot of questions, but these are key questions because if you're building a program and you're new to this, it's no shame in being new, but become a scientist, become prolific in what you're doing with these dogs. Understand that if you call yourself doing Rock and Ruby blood and you say you want pockets, that Rock and Ruby were big dogs. So you're putting a bigger dog into your pocket program. So understand the other strands of blood and how they're playing into, and is the Rock and Ruby just bringing that great head that it's known for, that chest spread, or is it bringing something else that might make your pocket go to standard? You have to understand your whole pedigree, and generally the guys who are going to be able to tell you that are the people who've seen the dogs. You know, and that's just personal knowledge from knowing and seeing the dog. It doesn't make them a great dog god. It's just you're getting it from the source. You're getting a chance to learn, and you're not breeding in the blind off of Bullypedia, which I do like. I do like a lot. But Bullypedia doesn't tell you everything about the dogs. A dog man's experience of working in the game 10, 15, 20, 25 years, believe me, experience overrides a lot of the talk that you hear. But you know, in general, do your own research and don't believe everything that you hear these people saying. Go to the scientific approach and start understanding dominant and recessive genes and understanding the patterns as how they relate to dogs in general. You know, it's some small things that I've learned over the years that tell me a lot, you know, when you're talking about bullies. Yes, color does matter, and we'll go into that in another segment, but it does tip off to the dominant genes behind a dog's pedigree. But and also color pattern, and people are always like, oh, I don't know. It does matter. It's I've studied it in cows and a couple other animals, and it does tip off certain traits about the animals. But just small things, and I know I'm blabbering, but you get the point. It's a lot of studying to be done, and it's not just about buying you a kennel and throwing 2 dogs in the back and waiting until they can breed. It's a lot to know about doing this thing, and if you're going to do it right,